Today we are finishing harvest, which means we are going to see if harvesting the millions of pounds of corn actually turns out to be profitable. This is the moneymaker. This is how we get paid. This is what is actually going to harvest our crop that we're going to be working on today, which is soybeans. So this needs to be pulled out, taken off the trailer, hooked up to the combine. All focus over here and make sure you don't spill. Gage's responsibility as the grain cart driver is to be constantly working with us, and I am looking and seeing, does anyone see what's wrong with this picture? A dragging chain. We need to get that fixed. So far so good, just keep steady pace. You're looking good. Take a long hard look, folks. This is the cleanest and nicest this corn head will ever look or be again. Brand new 16 row John Deere corn head with Devastators. Time to get it hooked up.
The head's on, the combine's set for corn. The corn is ready. Let's go harvest.
I open the tarp and then I get probed so that the cock can take a grain sample and see the moisture and the quality. Oh, there it goes. Getting probed. And then I will pull up the scale and they'll weigh me and then tell me where to go. I just put in there to tell them who this grain was going to. And I walked in and they are doing free lunches today. So it's definitely not lunchtime yet, but when it is, check out my stack. Nice. I should have washed my windshield before this. What happens here is they tell you which side of the belt to go to. And as you can see, this truck is dumping right there and the belt shoots it over to underneath this truck. And then this belt carries it all the way up and dumps it out, and we're making an enormous grain pile. There's fans all the way around and ventilation, and once this pile is complete, they'll cover it with an enormous plastic tarp to keep it out of the elements. But this is what's called ground storage, and a ton of places do this. I made a mistake. Now, this is partially my fault, partially the last person who drove this truck's fault. You ready to see? I don't even really want to be showing you guys this because it's really embarrassing. So just don't make too much fun of me, okay? Ugh. That is spilled corn. Harvesting all these millions of pounds of corn actually lead to a profit for the farm this year. Even though the combine is a little loud, this is the most peaceful office view to spend a day. I mean, really, really can't complain. It's just so nice out here. Now that harvest is officially over, we can sit down, look at the numbers, and see if we lost money, broke even, or actually turned a profit on the year. After all the money we spent and all the millions of pounds of grain that we brought in and through the farm, our average yield per acre was above average for our area, but not by much. Along with the slightly above average yield per acre on the farm's greatest asset was by far forward contracting the grain that we did at the beginning of the year, because as time went on, commodity prices continued to trickle downwards. Because of the forward contracted grain, the slightly above average yields, and all of the money that we spent for quality inputs and equipment, the farm was profitable this year. That is such an exciting sentence to say. And because of that, we are able to cover the costs for the inputs from this previous year, can cover the costs for the inputs for next year, and also pay down some of the money that we owe on land. Land around us is super expensive, and it's actually almost impossible to buy it outright. So we have large loans taken out, allowing us to farm the ground. And we are just slowly, year after year, paying those loans down. Covering those loan costs is where a large part of the farm's profits go every single year. And you know what? We get to do all of this all over again next year. So Thank you so much for watching today's video and following along through our harvest journey here on the farm. We are so excited to see what the next year brings. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.